Chat, chat, chickadee chat. Yo, if y'all watched part 2, right before I ended it, he said this, and I'm not even gonna break it down. And if y'all watched part 1, y'all know why I'm so shocked. But let's get into it. Like, bro, this is like, man, this is crazy.
Tried to take their car. Did you guys get that information?
We got another
Yes. All right, so
like 15 minutes left, 16
he's
minutes left
sporadic.
for this video.
He's
so
not
it's
clean.
gonna be
He's running off. He's trying to get off. He's trying to run off. He's trying to do whatever he can do to get out of the situation. He's not thinking about cleaning. He's not thinking about picking this guy up and putting him in the back of a truck and burying him. And then go down to the valley to go get a tarp, then go back up there in her dad's truck and they see it, and go back up to the house and wrap him in the tarp, and then come back and down to the valley, which is across the street from her sister's house, and bury him. When you auntie's house.
When you said that you believe that she knew, do you believe that she helped cover the body
Let me turn this fan.
and cleaned up?
I can't go that far.
Okay.
I can't go that far because he doesn't have that mentality.
At the end of this conversation, if she's not arrested by then, I don't know what to tell you guys, but she didn't sort it up like per se, like, oh, Isaiah is gonna do this, and she manipulated the situation to her advantage.
Hopefully y'all can't hear the
She
fan.
knew what her son was capable
If
of.
y'all
She
do,
knew
my apologies.
how to get him to that point of manic and psychosis.
To detectives,
So she's
accusations like these don't come lightly,
manipulate him?
especially between sisters.
trigger him?
Additionally, Floyd's description of Isaiah aligns with what detectives already believe, that
Push
he's
his buttons?
impulsive, messy, and incapable of thinking ahead. And with the next interview set to be Cassie herself, detectives understand just how much weight this conversation carries, not only for Isaiah's future, but for Cassie's as well.
Cassie's too.
There's a lot they still
From
need
the
to figure
jump, bro,
out.
we're
Her
emotional,
unusual
so
behavior
not a
outside the
person.
sergeant's car, her possible involvement in Richard's murder, and even lingering questions about a potential past homicide. But they know these answers won't come easily. They'll have to approach this carefully, waiting for the right moment to press her. And as her interview unfolds, watch closely for the moment Cassie begins to fear she's the one being implicated.
Let's see if I can catch
There's
you.
no easy way to start this conversation.
Go for it.
Okay, sorry.
I'll work through it.
Okay. So, how has Isaiah's mental health been in the last few years? It sounds like he's been suffering.
The last year for sure.
Last year?
As far as like his mental health, is it something that he's diagnosed with, or just something you guys started noticing?
We started noticing. I'm trying to remember everything. October. It was before October of 2023.
So back for around
Yeah.
about a year.
I believe that's when he started smoking, and he didn't want to work. He didn't want to do that type of stuff, and we kind of were like, well, he's going through it. You know, he's done playing football, and that's something he's done since.
That wasn't it, but she slipped up on something. He's done something in his past. Was that what she was finna say?
He's 5 years old.
Whiskey.
You know.
Big like life change.
Oh yeah, no school, no schedule, no work.
Grainger knows that as the procurement coordinator at a manufacturing plant, you can count on auto reordering to have the PPE you need on hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Out.
Clearly, Cassie appears emotional, possibly even carrying a sense of guilt as she speaks about her son. Beyond that, nothing about her behavior stands out to detectives as suspicious. But as the interview continues, she begins recounting the same incident at Chrissy's house, where some noticeable differences between her story and the rest of the family starts to emerge.
I knocked on the back door. She doesn't keep her back. She uses it for her front door, but it's just. And I walked in, and my son's sitting at her little kitchenette table there. There's marijuana all over, a big bag, some paraphernalia. But he's sitting there with a knife. And I walk in, I was like, son, hey son, what's going on? What are you doing here? I said, well, what's going on with you? Is everything okay? And he didn't see my husband. His dad came in behind me, and he's seen his dad, and instantly he's pissed. What the are you doing here? But he hadn't gotten up yet. Like, he was still sitting.
Where's the knife in perspective? Like
And he's sitting and he has it in his hand. He's not.
is he like you're doing right now? So he's
Yeah.
just sitting back in the
Yeah,
chair?
he has it and he's like he's like, what are you doing here? And we're still kind of standing at the door. And when he seen my husband, he got even more pissed. Who effing called you? What are you doing here? My husband looked at me and he stood in between us and he said, get out of here, and go call the sheriff now.
While retelling the story, Cassie appears far less disturbed by the incident, despite it involving her own son. She also seems reluctant to discuss the part where he threatened her husband's life. So after a few hours of letting Cassie speak freely, allowing her to settle into the role of the victim, detectives would finally begin to push back, starting with one detail that would clearly catch her off guard.
And I don't mean this question in anything, but obviously, like, at this point, I can only see certain things. Did you guys explain all of that about him pulling the knife on Anthony to the deputies?
Yeah.
Okay.
And dispatch too.
And dispatch,
she
too.
said, don't go back in there. But I get why they're angry with me too. You know, that's my son. And they don't think I did anything to try and help him.
And I think most of it is emotions are going to be high right now. And as time.
They'll never talk to me again. I already know that. And they've made other threats. They've also said other things too. And I don't know if you want to talk about those right now, but
I think
Best too.
Detective Hunt is following up on that part, but the weird, vague comments about this is potentially not the first time Isaiah has done something.
yeah. And I didn't hear any of it. I was in the house, but they were really going on. Like, he's done this before, and
Like, killed someone?
that was the implication. But she also said that my husband and I helped cover it up, and that they know the name. Tragedies like this happen, and people don't find their loved ones. At least we found my dad.
Clearly, Cassie is distraught, not only at the prospect of being ostracized by her family, but also at the possibility of being suspected by detectives as Isaiah's accomplice. But there's still one more question detectives need answered, after which they'll have made up their minds about Cassie.
When you went to Sergeant Rodriguez and you made the comment that it's him, you need to get him in cuffs, you need to get my son in cuffs. Why for you in that moment did you knew it was Isaiah? Where was your mindset at?
It's that one.
I know I'm asking you to explain like a gut instinct. It's
I
just
was just the things he kept saying, like, you guys, why are you pressing me? He's like, he's gone all the time, weeks at a time. I said, how long has it been since you've seen him? And he's like, a day and a half.
so you've got kind of every other family member that's here that's worried and everything like that, and his response didn't seem to match your
She was
guys'.
feeling the same way.
Right.
He was sitting there.
You just
smirking,
know.
cheesing, whatever.
You feel it. It's like, then I'm like, he has to get handcuffed. He has to go to jail. You know, I just felt it, and I'm his mom, you know, and I'm not in denial. And
I do think personally you did the right thing.
Is she a
I
part
think
of
you
it or
handled
what? 'Cause,
everything
like,
as
I'm
best
iffy.
as anyone could, as best a parent could. And I don't think that me saying that's gonna bring you any comfort, but I do believe it.
Despite her unusual behavior, the detective appears to take Cassie at her word, believing she may be genuinely innocent. Her family, however, remains unconvinced. After wrapping up this and several other family interviews, investigators find themselves between a rock and a hard place. So far, there's no concrete evidence that Chrissy or anyone else was involved. In
they test
fact,
that blood
at
on the
this
door?
stage, there's barely enough to definitively prove Isaiah's involvement. So Isaiah remains in jail, hoping that with the right lawyer and no further discoveries at the house, he might still be able to walk away scot-free. 1 week passes before the case finally sees an update, but it's not the one investigators were hoping for. The autopsy results have just come in. According to the coroner, Richard died at his home from a severe knife wound to the neck that resulted in significant blood loss. He also showed signs of blunt force trauma to the head, along with bruising around both eyes. His body was then dragged out and later buried in a shallow, tarp-wrapped grave at his own shop. But even with these horrific findings, it says little about who was responsible for Richard's death other than suggesting it was someone deeply disturbed. And with every passing day, both detectives and the family begin to fear that the person or people responsible may never face justice. More than 2 months pass, and the case begins to stall. But then, investigators catch a break. They receive a major
I'm writing to notify you on a development regarding your current investigation into Richard Andrews' murder case. An inmate currently housed in our general population wing has requested a formal meeting with your lead investigators. According to the report in CO, the inmate claims to have sensitive, non-public information regarding the Richard Andrews homicide case. Regards. Grand County.
update from the jail where Isaiah is being held. So detectives rush over and meet with one of Isaiah's fellow inmates who has some very interesting information to share.
We're both detectives with Most Lake PD. First off, we're not here for your case. You're not in trouble or anything like that. This is about a different case that we wanted to talk to you about. With Isaiah Thomas, how does he act in there?
Crazy. He's kind of like out of his mind. Yeah.
What kind of stuff does he do?
He bangs on the door,
Uh-huh.
and then he starts screaming blood, blood, blood all night, and he doesn't let us sleep at all.
Okay. So all night he's keeping people up.
Yeah.
We gonna beat that nigga ass. Come in my dorm tripping like that, nigga, I'm whooping your ass.
Yeah, he is.
Does he piss people off there?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. What have you heard as far as like his case?
Well, that he killed his grandpa.
Yeah.
That he let his throat open,
Okay.
and that before he killed him, that he asked him if he believed in God.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What did the grandpa say?
That he did,
Okay.
and then he just did it.
Did he say why he killed the grandpa?
Yeah, he was his grandpa was him.
Oh really?
Yeah, since he was a little kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he
Give me I'm finna be right back. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, chat. I had to go use the bathroom on that one. That was crucial. I accidentally clicked stop recording.
killed him, was grandpa trying to do something to him?
Nah.
Is this just he had anger towards him or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure enough, what the inmate describes aligns with key details from the autopsy, particularly the fatal wound. But even then, investigators can't be certain. The inmate could be telling the truth, or saying whatever he thinks will benefit him in hopes of a reduced sentence. But that uncertainty would soon come to an end with an update from Isaiah himself. 2 weeks after speaking with the inmate in early February, Isaiah pleads guilty to second-degree murder and unlawful disposal of human remains. On March 10th, he is sentenced to a maximum of 20 years in prison, along with mandatory mental health treatment and no contact orders involving several family members who cooperated with the investigation. As of now, no other family members have been charged, with law enforcement ultimately concluding this was a solo actor homicide, dismissing any allegations of parental involvement. And as for the alleged prior homicide, police have so far found no evidence linking Isaiah to any unsolved cases.
Parents, watch y'all kids. Grandparents, stop touching y'all grandkids. If that was true, just in general, parents and grown people, stop touching kids, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, bro.